What do you mean by nutrient use efficiency and how do you manage nutrient use efficiency? Before cultivating any crop in any season, we have to restore soil fertility. The ways of restoring soil fertility are addition of organic manure, artificial fertilizers, biofertilizers, and we manage the nutrient dose, that is recommended dose for all nutrients of all crops. If we take a certain crop, there is a recommended dose. We have to supply these recommended dose from soil level plant nutrients and adding additionally by soil testing of nutrients by the ways or means of organic matter, organic manures, artificial fertilizers, and biofertilizer. And what is nutrient use efficiency? The nutrients available in the soil after application of nutrients are utilized in crops, that is called as a nutrient use efficiency. Then we know about definition of nutrient use efficiency. Let's study. Nutrient use efficiency is defined as amount of dry matter produced per unit of nutrient applied or absorbed. Whatever nutrient we add, or what percentage of nutrients are absorbed is called as nutrient use efficiency. It is denoted by physiological efficiency into apparent recovery efficiency. Then there is various classification of nutrient efficiency. Agronomic efficiency can be defined as it is economic production obtained per unit of nutrient applied and calculated by the equation agronomic efficiency is equal to grain yield of fertilizer applied in crop in kilogram minus grain yield of unfertilized crop in kilograms divided by quantity of fertilizer applied in kilograms. It is agronomic efficiency. Then next, physiological efficiency. It can be defined as biological production obtained per unit of nutrient applied. It is calculated by the following equation. It is denoted by physiological efficiency equal to total dry matter yield of fertilizer crop in kilogram minus total dry matter yield of unfertilized crop in kilograms divided by nutrient uptake by fertilizer crop in kilograms minus nutrient uptake by unfertilized crop in kilograms is physiological efficiency. Then apparent recovery efficiency can be noted by quantity of nutrient absorbed per unit of nutrient applied. Can be calculated by following equation. Apparent recovery efficiency is equal to nutrient uptake by fertilizer crop minus nutrient uptake by unfertilized crop divided by quantity of fertilizer applied. It is all about apparent recovery efficiency. Then for efficient absorption or increasing efficiency of nutrients, we have to add fertilizer based on various timings. That is called as a time of fertilizer application. First, we have to add prior to sowing. Prior to sowing, some water insoluble fertilizers such as rock phosphate and basic fertilizer are applied 2 to 4 weeks before sowing in order to increase efficiency of fixed phosphorus so that it will come into soluble form and can be easily uptake by plant. Then at sowing, application of fertilizer at the time of sowing is called as a basal application. It is a part of recommended nitrogen fertilizer and entire quantity of phosphatic and potassium fertilizer applied as a basal dose. That is at the time of sowing. But we have to add nitrogen fertilizer in split doses to avoid volatilization losses of nitrogen, leaching losses of nitrogen. It can be applied in split doses, first doses at the time of sowing. The next, after the sowing of the crop, application of fertilizers after the crop establishes is called as a top dressing. Depending on the stage of crop, a portion of nitrogen is applied as a top dressing. One-third dose of nitrogen is applied at the time of top dressing. One-third dose is applied at the time of sowing. Then number four, that is known as split application. When fertilizer is applied at two or more different times, the system is called as a split application. It is applicable for nitrogen, and it can be applied in three split applications. Okay, next. Methods of fertilizer application. For efficient uptake by plant, there are various methods of fertilizer application. Number A, that is soil application. In soil application, there are various methods, of which number one is the broadcasting. Application of fertilizer uniformly on the soil surface is known as a broadcasting of fertilizer. Can be done before sowing of the crop or when the crop is in standing. That is called as a top dressing. It is widely practiced in India due to its easiest in application. Okay. Then band placement. Application of fertilizer near to the roots of soil is called as a band placement. And it is one of the most efficient method for application to soil. When fertilizer material reacts with soil constituents, leading to fixation, and where volatility losses are high, band placement is followed for efficient recovery of nutrients. Okay. The next method, that is point placement. Placement of fertilizer near the plant, either in a hole or in a ditch or depression, followed by closing or covering with soil, is known as a point placement of fertilizer. The number fourth method is fertigation. Application of fertilizer through irrigation water is known as a fertigation. It saves the application cost and allows utilization of relatively inexpensive water soluble fertilizer. It is generally followed by drip irrigation. Then application to the plant. Root dipping, foliar application, application of fertilizer to the foliage of the crops or leaves in a form of spray solution is known as a foliar spray of fertilizer. If there is a wide deficiency, it can be corrected by foliar application of nutrients. Then integrated nutrient management. Integrated nutrient management is a whole soil approach in which all three possible sources of nutrient application or supply is utilized. It can be used as organic sources, organic manures, inorganic sources such as artificial fertilizers, and biological components such as biofertilizer are used in integrated manner. Advantage. Enhances the availability of applied as well as native soil nutrients. They need synchronized nutrient demand of the crop with nutrient supply from native and applied sources. Provide balanced nutrition to the crops. Minimizes the antagonistic effect. What is antagonistic effect? It is when deficiency of one nutrient causes toxicity of another nutrient. Is the nutrient imbalance is called as a antagonistic effect. Then improves and sustain the physical, chemical, and biological function of soil. Then fertilizer grade. Fertilizer grade is an expression referring to the legal guarantee of the available plant nutrients expressed as a percentage by weight in fertilizer. For example, 12, 30, 16 is a fertilizer grade of NPK. That means it indicates the presence of 12% nitrogen, 32% phosphorus, and 16% potash. In fertilizer mixtures, various fertilizer mixture, that is open formula fertilizer mixture and closed formula fertilizer mixture, can be used. Open formula fertilizer mixture, that fertilizers are uh, prepared by dealers, which where it is mentioned that it indicates particular mixtures are mixed with this. It is called as open formula. And closed formula fertilization, it is prepared by farmer at his farm level, whether which contents of fertilizer mixture, that is NPK, are not disclosed, is called as a closed formula fertilizer mixture. Then urea can be mixed with all types of fertilizer. Other fertilizer can be mixed just before use, that is closed formula fertilization. But the efficiency of the following fertilizers will be lowered with the mixed fertilizer. Then fertilizer use efficiency. It may be defined as yield per unit of fertilizer input, or it may be fresh weight of or product yield per unit nutrient content. Then there are different nutrient efficiency of different nutrients, depend on their mobility or immobility. The nitrogen, which is very mobile, its efficiency 30 to 50%. It is cause of low efficiency is immobilization of nutrients, conversion of inorganic form again into organic form, complex organic form, then volatilization losses, denitrification, and leaching losses. Then phosphorus efficiency is up to 15 to 20% because phosphorus has a tendency to get fixed in soil. Then its efficiency is decreased. In potassium, it has high efficiency, that is 70 to 80%. It has a limitation of fixation in clay only. Then sulfur, 8 to 10% efficiency. It is due to immobilization, leaching with water, and micronutrients. Fe, zinc, Fe, copper, boron, molybdenum, and manganese. It has efficiency of 1 to 2% because it gets fixed in soil. Then factors affecting fertilizer use efficiency or nutrient use efficiency. That is leaching, NO3. Leaching means fertilizers or nutrients get leached below the root zone. Then number 2, that is gaseous losses of NH3, NO2, and N2. In immobilization, it is by chemical precipitation, absorption on exchange complex, and microbial cell. It is conversion of inorganic form into organic form, that is immobilization. Then various chemical reaction between various components in fertilizer during mixing before application to the soil. Then physical properties of soil affects fertilizer use efficiency, and also chemical properties of soils. Adverse in chemical properties of soil, adverse in pH, EC affect the fertilizer use efficiency. Then fertilizer characteristics. Nature of fertilizer, that whether it is acidic fertilizer or basic fertilizer, affects fertilizer use efficiency in case of a soil, which differ from soil to soil. Then methods for increasing fertilizer use efficiency. For increasing fertilizer use efficiency, 2 methods are followed. That is known as agronomic method and chemical method. Agronomic method. In this, application of fertilizer at right time with required quantity can be useful for increasing fertilizer use efficiency. The phosphates are more efficient when the entire dose is applied at basal dressing. But potash entire quantity as a basal dose is applied, and nitrogen is applied in split doses, that is 2 to 3 doses. Example, sugarcane. Potassium application normally done along with nitrogen application. On better utilization of nitrogen in the presence of potassium. Therefore, K is applied at 45 to 90 days after 90 days after sowing. Then chemical methods. Synthetic or chemical fertilizer should be good quality and right source for the crops. Examples, oil seeds, tobacco. Tobacco plant avoid using of fertilizers containing chlorine for preventing from scorching effect. In tea plantation, use of ammonium sulfate is best. In paddy, ammonium and urea fertilizer are more efficient for paddy under different India conditions than nitrate fertilizers. Okay. Is there any question? You can write it on paper or ask me after the COVID period is over. This is all from my side about nutrient use efficiency and management of its nutrient use efficiency. Thank you very much.